It's another morning here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and another post I wake up to and gives me an idea for a video. Now, here's the post. So, all bands should retire at 50 because it's embarrassing, apparently. I'm fine with retiring 7 years ago. But who's gonna pay for me to live? There is no retirement in the music business. There's no there's no island that we can all go to, and there is no stopping playing music. When music is part of your soul, it's the reason you get up. It's the reason I wake up every morning. Besides my family and my daughter, I have to keep that dream alive. I have to imagine that there's an opportunity waiting around the corner. I have to feel like there's a lick that I need to learn, a song that I haven't written, a lyric that I haven't wrote. There has to feel like there's something else. And when I finally feel that there is nothing else, that'll be probably the day that I pass. There is no retirement. There's no retirement plan. Being paid, many decades ago when you were paid under the table or you were paid in cash, and it was never enough to survive, let alone put something aside. There is no retirement, just less opportunity. People, I get it. People want to see young, vibrant, human beings on stage. I personally don't want to see David Lee Roth falter vocally, not look like he did when he was in his 20s and even 30s. But, the reality is, if he needs a cash injection, and even though he's, supposedly retired, we might see David Lee Roth in some incarnation out there doing some kind of gig. Just like we're seeing the Rolling Stones playing gigs now. The Rolling Stones are not hurting for money, but they may be hurting for a reason to get up in the morning and do something and be somebody. We get up each day because we want to be somebody, because we want to do something. We want to have a purpose in life. You can't take someone's purpose in life and expect them to live. How many stories do we have of retirees that worked their whole life and they thought, I'm going to get this retirement and I'm going to, just sit back and chill. And then we find out, a month later or a week later or several months later, they die. Why? Because their purpose is gone. They no longer have a purpose in life. So when you take that purpose away, and when you tell an old musician that he's too old to do it anymore, that he can no longer pull it off. I feel for guys like Bon Jovi, who is coming to the realization that he created art that he can no longer replicate in his current self. That is sage advice for all young musicians. I see a lot of young guitar players playing Paganini pieces and playing Jason Becker pieces and these intricate things that in my youth, I messed with learning Paganini and playing the caprices and, and all that stuff. But I'm glad I stopped at an early age, realizing that, one, you've only got so many miles on your body. You've only got so many miles on your hands. You've only got so many miles on your voice. Be careful the art that you create in your youth, because you're going to be expected to pull it off for many, many years if it's good. So, retire at 50. Retire to what? There is no retirement. If the phone rings, you go. And, there's a song, I think is it by the band Bread or America, called The Guitar Man. Listen to that song. In the song, the guitar man, he's playing and the crowds are packed and he's, wowing the crowds, and he's always searching for another place to play. And in the last verse, the crowds get smaller and the shows grow dim, and no matter what, he's still searching for another place to play. And that's all any of us are doing, whether you're 20 years old, whether you're 30 years old, whether you're 40 years old, whether you're 50 years old, or whether you're 60 years old. If you're a musician, it's in your blood, and you're always looking for another opportunity. You're always looking for another chance. You're always looking for a turn of the phrase, the perfect solo, the perfect note, the perfect song, the perfect lyric. We're always searching. And when that search is over, that's it. There is no more. There is nothing left. So I don't encourage anyone to retire. Now, I understand through my Broke on the Road video that a lot of people, had to take day jobs or had to get out of the music business. I understand that 110%. I have had to work day jobs many, many times. I have had to work day jobs many times in my life. Many, many times. But I've also realized what you do is what you become. And many, many times when I would work those day jobs, the part-time job would turn into a full-time job, and the full-time job would turn into overtime. And soon, what I became was what I was doing: a security guard, a bellhop, a restaurant worker, a delivery driver, on and on and on. Those jobs would take over. And then I ceased to make music. So very early on, I eventually got to the point where I could eke out a living. I could make just enough to survive. And that would push me to keep going. Many times it was tough. Many times I would look at the calendar and go, oh, this does not work. But it always seemed like when I hit my lowest point, that is when I either made things happen or opportunity knocked. And sometimes you gotta force yourself to get to that lowest point so that you can get off your you-know-what and make it happen, Captain. Let's make it happen, okay? So, this is my TED Talk. This is my motivational speech. Don't quit, okay? I get it. Some of you guys out there are weekend warriors, and there is absolutely absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But don't give up, because it's the reason we get up in the morning. It's the reason why we continue on. Look, playing music can be the greatest job in the world. It can also be the hardest job and the roughest job in the world. But it's what you make it. You can't change sometimes the circumstances you're in, but you can change how you react to it. So you're in a tough position. Life sucks. Things are hard. Maybe things aggravate you, make you mad. Can't change it sometimes, but you can change how you react to it. I find humor helps. Find the humor in the tragedy. Find humor in being broke. Embrace it. You will be there if you play music for a living. It will be hard. It's not going to be easy, but you know what? You'll have a heck of a lot of stories to tell, just like me. So I hope this message has helped somebody out there. And if it has, please hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Bad Brad, and I just want to let you know that I am now a Sweetwater affiliate. So anything you buy, go to the link in description of this video and you'll see my Sweetwater link. Now check out Sweetwater for superb service and some of the best guitars, amps, pedals, strings, anything you can imagine. They have it, they deliver it to your door, and as a bonus you get Sweetwater candy. It's totally awesome. So check out the link and help this channel out. Thank you so much.